Alright, y'all. We is gonna go raise this plane up for Nellis.
Hey.
Let's get out of the building here and go get this done. It's running good on TikTok. Hopefully it's running good on the other channels. This is my character Harley. I'm sure y'all know by now. Man, we gotta run all that way. We haven't even found that area, so we're just gonna come. So that's Bitter Spring. We're gonna come up here to Cowboy Bay, I think. Or go to Cowboy Bay. Cowboy Bay. Get our weapons ready. Come on, y'all. Have a little fun quick.
Bad guys won't see us coming.
Use the explosive. No, tore through him like nothing. Woo! Let me slide this over here quick. Give me a sec. This way, if anybody is chatting on TikTok, I can see it. Gonna see that, you know. Alright. Let's do it. Let me do a record. Let's do a record. We can get this on film. That's gonna make a good clip. What do we got? The other guys ran away. Sunday. Where the floating barge is. Maybe that's up the ways. Play with him. Maybe we can get him from here. He's so fast though. My joystick's so glitchy I can't get that fine point. I need to buy a new controller. Get it in that sweet spot. God damn it. Generic ass $25 controller. Still got it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's any way to get that one. Maybe. Too fast. Nah, they're too fast. Alright, let me see where this rebreather is. I gotta go swimming. chap my lips. Wearing leather and getting them wet.
Let's.
Let's see. Check this quick. What am I missing here?
Hey, Jagger Joe, 18748. Thanks for following.
Thank
Hope
you for
you're ready
following.
for all the chaos and fun ahead.
You know, they didn't tell me how to set this off. I'm like, where's the detonator? I'm at the shore. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Thanks for the follow, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go find Loyal quick. So far away. You think they would have been there waiting to do this? Oh. These videos are playing really good now. I really found the niche for the network. I just had to get rid of the all the overlay garbage. Overlays have been killing my stream for so long. I had like 5 wasted months on that shit before I figured that out. Loyal, where you at, Loyal?
It's going to be a dream come true once you've raised that bomber from Lake Mead. That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing up the plane to bring it back to Nellis. I just told you, the robots are going to handle it. They'll break the plane down into pieces and move it up from Colville Bay in one shot.
How's my intelligence only 6 or 7? What the fuck?
Hey, I better get rolling. Jack and I have a lot of work ahead of us.
Wait, I want further conversation. Let's reload. I come into here. Sure, I have something that'll fix that. Let's go to aid. Right, I'm in tabs at work.
It's going to be a dream come true once you've raised that bomber from Lake Mead.
Yes, at Nellis. We just got the plane up.
That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing up the plane to bring it back to Nellis. I just told you, the robots are going to handle it. Exactly. We'll be shelling an unoccupied location in outer Vegas to get their attention elsewhere. By the time they realize they aren't under attack, the plane and the bots will be long gone. The kids wish we were shelling a real target, but Pearl thinks it's wise not to start up a war just as the lady has risen. Hey, I better get rolling. Jack and I have a lot of work ahead of us.
Where does that leave me? I'm just kicked to the curb. Alright, let's let Pearl know. You're in the other one. Nope, that's a children's barracks. Where the hell you at, Pearl?
Hello, friend. How can Mother Pearl be of help today? What you have done for us is a miracle, child. You have fulfilled the only dreams we ever had outside our walls. You are a trusted friend of us all. If there is ever a way for us to help you, child, tell me, and I will make it so. Of course, my child. After all that you have done for us, we would love to help you in the upcoming battle. After all the training in virtual reality, the young ones would relish an opportunity to put their skills to battle. We'll be there when you need us.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Get out of the way, dog. the old sun. Let's restore power. Let's do that. Where we going? Where we going? Helio. Damn, he does good. I guess it was. So much of a maze to this place.
What can I help you with?
We've already done all that.
Hello? Damn it, get out of my way. Right choice, the full region. Everybody deserves power in the wasteland. God damn it. Alright, 727.
Wait, what? That's 7 p.m. 7 p.m. One more hour. There we go. Lockpick's 100, science is 100, medicine's 85, guns are 100. Speech is 87. Survival 65. I don't know which one I need. I'm already almost done. Let's just do that at 100, that at 67. Now we have didn't have to have my sunglasses on. I don't know if I should do any of these other missions. Side quests or anything. Anybody got any options? I don't know what the divide is. I haven't looked at any of these other things. Should I finish the main game and then go on to the side missions, or what? Let's go on to Caesar. Welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna go to Fort Vilified. We'll get us a dog brain. Hallway. Hallway.
Wait. Awe, are you ready to head upriver? I am Cursar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go? You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. That it would be a woman is even more surprising. All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough. You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest. The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Awe. Awe.
I got new items. Got a silenced 22 pistol. That's all I need. Bullets for it. Yeah, 331. Let's see, real quick. Yeah, right where I need to be.
Our way, true to Caesar.
Awe. True to Caesar.
Move along. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
The mechanical dog you have with you. Where did you get it? Oh? Such things are common in Denver, but I didn't know that other cities had them as well. I ask because Caesar once had a similar pet, but it was lost during a battle. Lupa. Yes, she's the mother of a lot of our best dogs. She's getting old, but she's still a tough old bitch. Aren't you, girl? Yeah. Cyberdog? Like the ones I've seen up in Denver? I know what you're talking about, and it would make Lupa immortal, in a way. Not too common, but you still see him around. You give Lupa a worthy death in the arena, and her brain is yours. Don't let your guard down just because she's old, though. Oh, and standard arena rules still apply. You don't get to wear armor, and you get only a machete for a weapon. All right. You've been a good dog, Lupa. Die well, girl.
We got this. Come on.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
The burned man again.
You must enter Caesar's...
Okay. Wait. Apparently this guy's a jerk off. We must enter Caesar.
Lupa met an honorable death in the arena.
So you're Caesar, huh? Kinda look like Eminem. I don't like him.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion. and yet you dare come before me. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared with good reason, but you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking? We'll deal with Benny when the time comes. In the meantime, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started? Benny is my prisoner. You don't deal with him unless you've dealt with me. Don't worry. You'll get the platinum chip he was carrying, and then you'll use it like I tell you to. The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch, and inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 Casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
So, just so you know, I'm not going to betray the NCR. I think they're the best for the wasteland.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burn Man.
Huh. Strange.
It is a great honor for anyone outside the Legion to get an audience with Caesar.
What if I kill Caesar? Huh?
No, Legate Lanius is Caesar's second. The Legate replaced the Burned Man after the Legion's defeat at the dam several years ago. He's the best warrior in the Legion. A full legionary by the time he was 12, he's never lost a battle. Had the Legate been in command during the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Legion would have won. I have no doubt about that. We recently obtained an artillery weapon, but we don't have the part or the skill to fix it. The trader Dale Barton salvaged it from a military base in Arizona. Yuma, I believe. The best marksmen of the NCR are usually at the rear of any battle. The gun will allow us to strike at them. The tribe calling themselves the Boomers is obsessed with such weapons, I've been told. You could probably find a spare firing mechanism there. The Burned Man was Caesar's advisor and general when the Legion was originally formed. The Burned Man led us to a disastrous defeat at the dam. On Caesar's orders, the burned man was covered in pitch by the Praetorian Guard, lit on fire, and cast into the Grand Canyon. Caesar has forbidden us from ever speaking his true name again, and so we simply refer to him as the Burned Man. It's a tradition in the Praetorians to specialize in unarmed combat, because weapons can break or jam when needed most. However, our unarmed techniques favor offense over defense. We can charge the enemy and flatten him with our first strike before he can react.
Really? Yeah, but I don't have that.
I'll answer if I can. When I was a boy, the Legion conquered my tribe. I was chosen for training as a legionary. I fought in many battles for the Legion. Eventually, Caesar chose me to lead his Praetorian Guard. It was a great honor. The girls and women were enslaved, and many of the men and boys were also chosen to become legionaries. The rest were killed. We were savages. The Legion raised us up, made us better than what we were. What did you want to talk about?
Thanks, bruh. What about you?
I suspect you'll be a valuable asset to the Legion. Assuming you're really on our side, of course.
Oh, I'm not. At all. I want you to know that right now.
To call Aeneas ferocious would be an understatement. In battle, he seizes the enemy in his jaws and will not let go.
Welcome in,
He thinks
everybody.
nothing of suffering losses, so long as the enemy suffers more. Though unsubtle, he is not dim. He detects traps and sets his own. Be glad you will not have to face his judgment. If you are true to Caesar. Ah, yes. We are forbidden from speaking his true name. He was a shaman of some kind before he met Caesar, a holy man from out of the Utah. The Burned Man proved dangerous, unpredictable, and impossible to kill. He helped Caesar form the Legion, but almost led it to destruction. There's a gambler, Martina Grosbeck, who has a knack for learning other people's secrets and passing that information along for a price. The Omertas, who run Gomorrah, have become suspicious of Martina's frequent visits to their casino. Soon they'll pay her a visit of their own. Good. Martina frequents the Vault 21 gift shop on the Strip. Hurry along, and she still may be in one piece by the time you get there.
Our way, true to Caesar.
Oh, Benny. My Benny. Benny Boo Boo. What's up, buddy?
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation. That we do, baby. That we do. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go? I'm the most interesting person I know. I prefer the term relocated. It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't gonna tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive. 7 years. Took over 3 days after Mr. House introduced himself. Our chief at the time, mountain of a guy named Bingo, wanted to stay nomadic. I disagreed, so he challenged me to the knife. He looked so surprised when I stuck that knife in his neck. Thought he was so tough, but he was so slow. That's how I made chief. It's how things were back then. Now, in the way back, we called ourselves the Boot Riders. Silly name, but that's how we rode the Mojave, dig? On our feet. We were nomadic badasses not to be trifled with, a gang of ruffians, though with a certain panache. When House gave us the tops to renovate, his robots dropped off boxes full of suits and ties and wingtip shoes. Told us we were the chairman now. That caused an uproar, but I said the name sticks. Chow to the old ways, baby. Time to swing in style. If the shoes fit, you wear them. We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up. So we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever. Go on. Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig? Which greedy overlord do you want to start with? Mr. House hides Vegas under his skirt when the bombs fall 1,000 years ago, so it belongs to him forever? You buy that? Baby, every boss has a line to explain why he's special. Why everyone's got to do what he says. You're just figuring that out? Vegas got to swing, baby. Got to have pizzazz. Respect where due, but that old man is square to the core. The chairmen are true blue. The Omertas are degenerates. Never trust them. Or the white gloves. Just something creepy about them. Set it up right and the families will roll with your caper. You might have to do some convincing. Ain't we covered this? The only thing not bad about them is they ain't Legion. The NCR is the biggest gang of thieves in the Mojave. Only difference is they pass laws to make their crimes legal before they commit them. Nah, just spruce it up with a crucifixion here and there. Come closer so I can step on you. The Legion is twisted, baby. Original losers worshipping the king of creeps like he's some kind of god. They're worse than roaches. My advice? Put on your stomping shoes. Now you're talking. That is the ring-a-ding move, baby. First base is whatever Mr. House would have you do. Follow orders, rig the game to his specifications. Then, when he ain't looking, you knock him out of the running and find a way to take control of those Securitrons of his. Go see Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Go on. I never tire of talking about... Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you'd get to decide. So which way you leaning? Yeah, to die in my sleep at a ripe old age after a marathon session of hey-hey with 30 sex-star broads. You'll set that up? Look, I ain't a harbor for illusions. I ain't expecting to get out of this shindig alive. That's why I'm trying to hand you my scheme, baby. It's called having a legacy.
I'm trying to decide here.
Yeah, real popular around here. It's a crowd pleaser. You do that for me, baby? Don't tease if you don't mean it.
Well, that way I get to cut you up.
The direct approach, eh? Fair enough. But you should wait until the bunker's taken care of. Caesar won't like it if you eat dessert first. Sweet offer, baby, but if you cut these ropes, every legionary in this camp's gonna come running. With machetes. Now, on the other hand, if I had a stealth boy and a bobby pin, I could see myself out. Know what I mean? Baby, if you show me the door to Scramsville, that's where I'll go. Out of your hair, never to return. I've been a fink to you. Caused more than my share of grief by a hard mile. Let me go. You won't see me again. Check's in the mail, hey? Don't get my hopes up. I know, so many options. How do you choose just one?
Alright, we're gonna talk about that. Alright, let's move on.
Ta-ta.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Where am I supposed to go now? So many options. I don't know what to do. Come here, boy.
Let's hit the road.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Caesar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
I do wish you'd come and met with me at the Lucky 38 when you first arrived on the Strip. Or after Benny fled, even. Quite an honor you spurned, my invite. You would be the first person to set foot inside the Lucky 38 in over 200 years. But you still wound up here, right where I wanted you. I knew I could rely on Caesar to return the platinum chip to you. The platinum chip unlocks this bunker. Hence, Hence, Benny was captured or killed, possibly by you, but by my estimates, far more probably by Caesar's legion. Hence, Caesar gave you the chip. Hence, Caesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker. But that's not going to happen, because you're going to work for me. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself. I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so.
Let's go back.
Let's hit the...
We don't have to do this right now. We can do something else.
Can't say I've seen a smile on anyone's face since we arrived.
Get the hell out of here. We can always come back for Benny later. Thinking about letting him live anyways. We can do midnight science fiction feature. Oh, you know, let's go get the dog fix quick. What? Are you shitting me? Is this one of those missions you can't escape? Oh, I don't even have none of my shit. God damn it.
Caesar has permitted... Caesar has put a...
Thanks, buddy.
Caesar has forbidden you to leave until you've carried out his will in the great underground vault.
Damn it. Alright, then this is what we're gonna have to do.
Wale.
Alright. So, we go back here. Before we talk to Caesar. Get the hell out of Dodge. but I still don't got my damn weapons. Damn it. No way out of this. Unless I go back to before I did this crap. Alright, we're gonna have to take some step backs. We're going back in time here. Let's go talk to Mr. House and do all that at his Lucky 38 casino. Let's get a prize. Maybe we'll get some good rewards out of this mess, right?
Hometown of the Van Graffs. Don't care for this place too much.
We're not in any hurry to beat this game tonight. Still have 4 DLC packs to play. What's up, bitch?
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Come back soon now.
Wearing the rebreather. Let's take that off. They're kind of silly with it. No wonder I'm on edge. I don't have my cigarette. There we go. Uh-oh, wrong one. My bad, y'all. Take that off, put that on. Rolls. There we go. There we go. I apologize for the crack right there. Money! Vic, how do I get in there, buddy? There we go. Lots of useless money. Really? Damn, everything's in. Jesus. Alright. weed, all that alcohol. We learned inaccessible doesn't really mean inaccessible.
Where to, partner? Penthouse floor.
I bet those boomers have some awfully big guns. I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well. Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the three families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know? They're just new money, sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture. Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are three open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, sugar. Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop. Anything you like, sugar? Why, sugar? He's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we? Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book. Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl. Mr. House has a lot of needs, sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell. Then maybe you shouldn't pry into anything you like. This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Mr. House has kept the place locked up tight for ages now. Nobody comes in or out. Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market. Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it. You do? Why, that's just wonderful.
Damn.
I'll take them and put them with the rest of the collection.
Hunt down some more snow globes.
What floor, partner?
The point of my inviting you to visit me here at the Lucky 38 before stomping into the tops on your own was to help you prepare tactically. Now, because of your carelessness, Benny has fled the Strip, taking with him the Platinum Chip. I suspected he'd found a way to access my encrypted databases, but, well, this explains it. That would be how he learned of the Platinum Chip in the first place, not to mention where to intercept you on your way in. Highly resourceful, Benny. He would have made a fine agent had he stayed loyal. It's fortunate you came along to replace him, and ironic. His destination is hardly a mystery. It's a near certainty that he's making his way for Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. It's one of just 2 places on Earth that have the hardware necessary to read the Platinum Chip. The Lucky 38 is the other, of course. I won't lie to you. It'll be dangerous. The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. Absolutely not. Caesar is of great use to me. I don't want you harming a hair on that man's head, assuming you could find one. I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum Chip. You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the Platinum Chip and open sesame. Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking. I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race. I expect that if Benny doesn't have the chip, Caesar will make sure you get it. More on that later. Be off.
Yes, massa. Well, I get there real good for you, massa. I guess that platinum chip. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna backstab all you.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Listen, I got so much stuff to do. I ain't got time to play
High Roller
around.
Suite.
That's a nice backpack to take that. Where's my friends at? Where should we go, guy? Oh, there's some snow globes that I can't take. Oh, so I found 2 of them. They load up in here. What the hell? I don't know if I trust putting anything in here. I don't know if I'll ever get back here. Is it even on the map to work here? Yeah, I gotta come here. I gotta go to the north gate every time. What a pain in the balls. What's the room like? We upgraded. Oh, got me a bathroom. It's a weird place for a toilet, but
Where to, partner?
shout out to Maverickson35. Thanks for following. Buddy,
thank
welcome to the delightful disaster. Can't wait to see what kind of trouble we stir up together.
Lots of whiskey. Welcome, Maverickson. Appreciate the follow.
Goodbye.
Rexy, come on, Rexy. Cass.
Let's roll out then.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops? Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been using the little shack in Good Springs as my drop-off point for everything.
Right.
It's a lot easier.
We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses. Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps. Great! I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
Welcome in. How are we going? Oh, we ain't going there yet. That's not the platinum chip. Yes, okay, that is complicated. Yeah, we're not heading there yet. Where's this at? I'm about 100% certain Mr. House isn't a good guy. And I definitely know he probably knows I just bugged his place.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet? Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online. It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today. Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
That's done. Let's go look at the hookers a minute. Check them out. Dancing. What? Why are your knees all red, you nasty ass? Jesus. Jesus. This game. Okay, this is all in-game shit. I don't know about any of the DLCs. Anybody want to do DLCs? You just want to run around the wasteland? What's up? What's up? Hit me up. Hit me up. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I mean, there's still some areas on the map I haven't looked at. We can't get here. Dry wells. There's no way to get there. That's all Caesar shit. The Devil's Throat. I don't know what that is. New Vegas Medical Clinic. Where's that at? Through here.
Hey.
Yeesh.
Isn't that Cass? I heard she'd gotten out of the caravan business. When people have got nothing left, they can always turn to the followers.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. I'm a fully qualified physician and can fix whatever is wrong with you for a reasonable fee. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes.
Really?
I have several basic implants available that can enhance your physical abilities, make you faster, smarter, stronger, that sort of thing. I've also got two much more expensive implants. One's a subdermal implant that will make you more resistant to damage. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect. Your wounds will practically heal before your eyes. You really ought to avoid using those kinds of chems, but I'll... All right, sit still and let me work.
Got a lot of stemmies. Get some stemmies out there. Super stemmies. Now what about them?
One other thing I forgot to mention. Your body may be able to handle only a limited number of implants. The healthier you are, the more implants I'll be able to give you. Now, what surgery are you considering?
Can I carry more shit with better strength? Before we do that, let's
Take care.
save. What time is it? What time? I don't like her sleeping. Get up. Get your ass out of bed. Ask her.
You're back. I can implant the hypertrophy accelerator for 4,000 caps. It will boost your adrenal glands and quickly increase your muscle mass. Have a seat in the auto dock. This will take a few hours.
I'm tired of running out of space. Did we already do this or what? No. Where's the auto dock at?
You're back. Do you need medical attention?
Wait.
All right. All right.
thought I had to sit down somewhere. She told me to sit in the auto dock. I forgot what everything was.
I have reserved a small part of my supplies for...
Damn it.
All right, you're healthy.
What does the subdermal? I can't remember what the subdermal does. It can regenerate. Let's do that.
That's the Phoenix monocyte breeder. The implant speeds up cell regeneration, an effect similar to that of some lizards and sea creatures. The implant is very expensive, however. 12,000 caps.
Never mind.
Very well.
You know what? We could go do that midnight showing thing. I tried to do that when I first started the game, and that was like super crazy hard. But they replaced my body with a new body, and I was super strong and everything else. Girl, where's your pants at? Pants back on. What are you doing? What'd you kill the cow for? Why is she following us? Why was Dr. Usangi following me? What the hell? Oh, the mole rats. Mole rat ranch. I guess we'll go. Now, running around Vegas is so confusing to me because trying to get beyond this wall to get to where I need to be is kind of all over the place. Let's just warp. We'll warp over there. There's another door.
I hope this unpleasantness will be over soon.
My group is bad. They're unstoppable. Rex, get away from the bombs. There's something. I don't know why this place wasn't marked off. I've been here. I don't know why. What happened? I must have restarted it or went back or something. Damn, Nuka-Cola everywhere. What's up, boy? What's up? Anything upstairs? I can't remember. Shotgun. That's supposed to do. Alright, let's get out of here. We got stuff to do. Come on.
You can just talk to the whores, you know. You and me, we don't need to talk unless there's trouble. You know where...
I've been here too. I don't know why none of this stuff was marked off on my map. It's still not marked off on my map. See? Came in here. Pretty Sarah's a nut job. Kicked her own bathtub over.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the Strip. Must have delivered more than just mail.
That's a really old hooker. Hey, sweetie.
Hi again. You here to play? Same price as before, baby. And worth every little cap.
Let's do
So
it.
get on the bed already. I got something to show you. Like I said, St. James has problems, that's for sure. Never wants me to say a thing or for me to move around either. Lately, he brings a teddy bear with him and props it on. Not the worst I ever been with, but more a pervert than most. You know you'll be.
Wait, we didn't even do nothing. I've done this mission. I don't know what the deal is. Why it's still. There's Mod again. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go downstairs.
Good to see you again.
I don't know if she ever leaves.
What do you need this time? I'll mark 3 flavors to mod. Jimmy's more of a. You know where to find me.
Let's save it, because I'll probably get into a fight here. Nothing. There's nothing. Get out. My God, is the dog in there? Get out. Rex, get out. Get out. Get out. Oh, west entrance was. Is there another entrance?
Watch out for me. I'm glad he's
Howdy.
I kind of like being a farmer.
Nice. Okay. Well, we got that knocked out. Let's see what's next. What's next on the agenda here? kits. There's a group of Deathclaws around here somewhere that I haven't been able to kill. But we will. We'll see about right about now. I think this is where we're going. Get out my... Well, we're going, what we're doing, hell. Horowitz? Let's go to the Horowitz farm. Don't do it, bro.
Time for some get even.
Dog is so vicious.
Let's keep this. Let's keep
Buddy. Yeah. No, you got hit with that. sealed fucking place. Not even a door on there. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? Locations that I can't reach yet. Last one in. Let's wish we could run faster. Guys, remember to like, follow, and share. Appreciate you if you do. Following doesn't cost anything, and in the long run it'll help me out. Eventually I'll be able to monetize my accounts when I get enough followers. I have to have 50 plus. Until then I play for free. I don't get any sponsors or anything like that. Hell of a tumbleweed doing in here. Cast pyramids. What's the end of that? That's Silver Peak Mine. Let's check that out. Halfway there. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Got there. Yeah, I think I couldn't remember how to get to, or could never find how to get to Silver Peak Mine. How about before we do Mr. House and then we do a DLC run? I know how to get there now. Back road. Go try that. Swing by Good Springs quick, drop off some luggage. He's always asleep. Get up. How
You hear that there was some kind of shootout? You looking to buy some? Can do.
Come on. Damn, boy.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I have so much stuff stored in here. down to 75 pounds so we can do this next mission. Have anything. Nothing weighs anything. Alright, let's get rid of this thing down. 61 pounds. Alright.
Sitting tight.
Hopefully I made the right choice with weapons.
Hey, little lady. Don't be scared to join this caravan. I'll keep a close eye on you. Real close. Promises.
That's creepy.
Hey, fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using Psycho!
I don't need you to carry anything.
Nice job, Eagle Eye. Of course I got a pit boy and a vault suit. So what?
Vault 22.
Where the fuck you think? Vault 22. That's where I grew up. Oh, you've been to Vault 22, huh? I may have been exaggerating a little. Truth is, I got the suit and the pit boy off a dead prospector who came out from Zion. Guy was dead when I found him, okay? Had a ton of shit on him. That's how I know there's good loot in Zion, see? God damn it! I didn't say nothing about using Psycho. But, just talking hypno-theoretically here. Got any suggestions? Fixer? Never said I want... Guess I can use it when I run out of the good stuff. How much? All right. I'm a little light. How many hits you holding? Ten hits will last me a good while. Worth every cap. Now, fuck off. I travel light on purpose, okay? But if the price is right, I'll tell Jed I'm carrying less, so you can carry more. What's your offer? Sorry. The shit I do with it is so far over your head, be wasting my time to put it in words you could understand. Basically, it makes me badass. More badass, I mean. It's totally mind-blowing shit. It ain't just some bracelet. Know what I mean?
Well,
Jed says it's got maps to shit like that. So that's how I'm gonna guide this caravan where it needs to go. Not that I didn't know all that already. Huh? Of course I noticed. First thing I noticed about you. Me? I'm so used to wearing mine, it's just normal. Don't think you're someone special just because you got one. Bullshit! Ain't nothing wrong with my pit boy. I mean, Pip Boy. Look, this is a sweet gig for me. Don't go fucking it up. What are you after anyways?
we could use a bamper fodder though.
I travel light on purpose. You want to know what I do, Toots? I'm one of a kind. I've been places. And when it's time to kill shit up, hell yeah, I'm a fucking storm of death.
I'm sure you are.
Something or someone make the mistake of crossing Ricky, I'll fucking dead-eye him, her, or it. In fact, that's my nickname. Dead-Eye Ricky. That's my name. How you think? I shoot things in the eye. That's how good I am. Yeah, I'm that good. Why,
oh my God.
But I didn't panic. Because I never panic. What I did was become a storm of death. Shot every one of them monsters pop in the eye. No, you heard me right. Death jaws. They're like death claws, but bigger teeth. Or there was the time one of them Steel Brotherhood assholes made the mistake of messing with me. Last mistake he ever made. What's it sound like I'm saying? If I was saying what you said I was saying, then yeah, I said it. I was walking along, minding my own, and up pops one of them Brotherhoods. He yells, "Hand over that laser rifle, asshole!" So I hand it over, just to make him think I'm scared. But really I'm not. I never am. Before he knows what hit him, I draw my 11mm machine gun and bam, bam, right through the eye slit in his helmet. DOA. There so is. Or was it 9mm? Or a 10? I don't know. Don't care. Said I was good at killing shit up. Never said I was good with numbers. Well, I grew up near Dayglow out west, so yeah, I grew a third nut that glows in the dark. I'll drop trout for you out on the trail after dark, sis. Let you see what you're working with. Know what I mean? Hey, that's... Man, what a bitch! I was just being friendly! Yeah, whatever.
Looking to join this caravan, huh? Look to me like you can handle yourself. Earning my keep. Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never works out. Grew up in New Reno, and I couldn't put that snake pit behind me fast enough. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass. You ask me, best to keep moving. At least the scenery changes. Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace. Then give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh? Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the White Legs raiding, it was someone from town drunk off his ass trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this. What's the difference? Raiders is raiders. Bunch of them swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble. Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the White Legs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the White Legs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion.
Is there anybody that's worth shit?
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one. That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
That should keep the powder gangers away.
Are you here to join me a while longer? Or are we ready to get this show on the road? I bet you are. But we only got room for one more on this expedition. You'll have to leave your friends behind.
I already did.
Yeah.
I told him to wait out. God damn it. So I gotta go disband. That's a pain in my... You know what? I gotta go all the way back. Holy shit, this thing. Then I gotta go reclaim them. What a goddamn. They weren't with me anyways.
now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy Caravans. Check out the site where they died. Upside of Vegas, hear tell? Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now. Got word back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it. Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much. Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes. All right, then. Let's hit the road.
Let's do your quest, oh my lord. Get this over with, and I'll send you to Lucky 38 and we can move on. There it is.
God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant burned. So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp. No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? Maybe they wanted the caravan to come to them, walk into an ambush. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours. Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me.
Everything's gone. Everything's gone.
You know what? What happened to my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake, and that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too. Yeah, it's a ways though. Hell of a detour. You sure? All right then, let's move out. More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage. What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere. Yeah, something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know. All right then, let's move out. Another caravan burned, except someone made camp here, and I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks. That does it. That's all I need to know. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts. NCR? Are you out of your fucking mind?
God.
That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion, no way they're gonna waste time running up the Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs.
Oh, we can do it the old-fashioned. We're gonna cut our ties with everybody, though.
All right. If you poke around the Van Graffs and Alice, fine. But if I see either one go into their camp, I'm gonna start shooting, no matter what you find. Ask them then. Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Anyway, pendant so... All right then.
Let's see. Do I...
Another caravan. Let's look around.
Crimson Caravan. Van Graff.
That does it. That's all I need. Crimson. I'm gonna get. Don't care much for which one we kill first. Whether settling accounts with McLafferty or making that bitch Gloria eat her hair. The Van Graffs are gonna be tougher, so we'll likely get killed there. If we go to the Crimson Caravan camp, we'll just meet a lot of bullets. Still, we give the Van Graffs the what for. That means all those guns they used on my caravan, we can take and use on the Crimson Caravan.
Still. We're gonna wait on this mission. So I don't know what the repercussions are with wiping out the Crimson Caravan. So right now...
Not sure who this friend of yours is, but if he's looking down on Vegas, he's either God or the moon. Ask him then. If you're sure, your loss. Back to the gilded cage.
Alright, y'all, I'm going to call it right there for right now. I'll be back in a little while. I have some things I got to take care of. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this whole time. I'll be back in about an hour. If y'all want to jump back in, follow me.